Got Michael on the line. He went out with Georgia, had a great first date. Unfortunately, there was no second date, and that's where we come in. So first of all, Michael, tell everybody how you met Georgia.
I met her on one of the dating apps. I had just started using it, and we chatted a bit, through the app, and then we arranged to meet for dinner.
Okay, and how did dinner go?
I thought it went great. I took her to Gloria's, the one on Greenville, and we had a great dinner. More importantly, I thought the chemistry between us was really easy and natural. We were laughing, had a great conversation. I was really impressed with her and really hoped that we would be able to go out again. But I haven't been able to get back in touch with her. I haven't heard from her since. And it's surprising to me because I thought there was a really natural rapport and great chemistry between us on the date.
All right, well, let's have us give Georgia a call, see if we can figure out what's going on, see if we can get you a second date, okay?
I would be very into that, yes.
So we've gotten a hold of Georgia. She's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Georgia, do you remember going out with Michael?
Yeah, of course.
Well, he said you guys had a great first date. Then he said he never heard from you again after that and asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
Okay. Yeah, I remember him. That is correct. And after the first date, it just became clear to me that I don't want to date anyone who I met on an app anymore, no matter who they are or what they think about.
So we want to make sure we get this right. You have a problem with the whole dating app scene?
Okay, so there's this article, and it says that the top 10% of guys on dating apps are getting about 60% of the swipes. And that feels really accurate to me. Any guy who's worth dating is all on a dating app is definitely in that top 10%. And Michael's definitely in that top 10%. You know what I mean? He's tall, he's handsome, he's successful. He's going to get a lot of attention. And I'm realizing, for me, I'm not interested in dating anyone off an app because he's going to have a lot of opt-ins. And I'm not looking for someone who's not ready to pick me,
Well, I mean,
That makes sense.
he has called us. I mean, so he has to be interested in you. I know what you're saying is that he's being bombarded and flooded with so many women because he's, I guess, desirable, and you just don't want to be part of the race, I guess.
Yeah, it just feels like these guys are never going to settle for one. Even if he thinks that now, I just know how this goes, and I just don't think that it ever ends well. A guy you meet on an app,
It's all has to do with these guys on the app because they have so many choices because, as you say, people like him, he gets 60% of the swipes because he's in the top 10%.
Yeah, and I think that there were a lot of clues already that that's the path Michael is on, whether he knows it or not.
Well, you know what?
A lot of clues.
You know what would be fair? Michael gave us a call, like Michelle said. He obviously is interested in you because he gave us a call. He's actually on the other line. Can we bring him in on this conversation? Because he said he hadn't been on these apps very long at all.
Yeah, sure. I mean, but that's why he doesn't know. He hasn't been on them very long. He hasn't, Sure, why not? Bring him on.
Michael, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Did you hear what Georgia said?
I did, yes. I mean, the only thing I can say is I understand. I'm sure there are guys like that out there, and when those guys who get all of the swipes try to line up a second date with someone they like, and they're not successful, they do just figure, okay, well, that one's in the past, and they just move on to the next one and keep swiping. And I think it's unfair to put me in that bucket. I'm not doing that. I met Georgia, liked her, and I'd like to go out again. I'm not simply moving on to the next set of pictures on the app.
I don't know. Maybe it's not right this minute, but my feeling was that was inevitable, and I want to be wise about who I spend my time with.
Why do you feel it's so inevitable, Georgia?
Well, he told me that I'm the first person that is the same age as him that he's dated. That, to me, is a huge red flag, that he says he only dates women who are younger than him because they're more active than him. He doesn't date women his age. That is a huge red flag to me. I'm the first one. Is that not very obvious to anyone but me?
Michael, do you want to respond to that?
Well, once I got on the app, yeah, I mean, I have dated a couple of women who are younger than I am and younger there than Georgia. But when I went out with Georgia, I thought we had the best chemistry of the people I've dated. So the fact that she might be my age or older than other people I've dated isn't an issue, or it's a good thing. I mean, we obviously had, or I thought we had really good chemistry. So I'm not trying to line up second or third dates with any of those people. I'm trying to line up a second date with Georgia if she'll agree.
Georgia, we would love to pick up the tab for date number 2 if you'd like to go out a second time with Michael, as he just stated his case.
That was stated much more diplomatically than what was said to me. It didn't feel like some. It felt like all when he told me. And I'm pretty clear, as I said before, I'm not dating anyone who's on dating apps anymore. I don't want to date someone who's looking for the next best thing when it does show up. It might not be now, but I don't want to be around later. So, thank you, but no thanks.
How about this? I will get off the dating app if you will agree to go on a second date with me. I'll delete my profile.
I'm going to tell you right now, Georgia, if you don't say yes, you're going to get a barrage of calls.
I mean, that's the reason you don't want to date him, right?
Yeah, he said he'd get off the dating app.
I understand, and I get that that's a grand gesture, but I also just met. It just doesn't feel right to me. I don't want to meet someone who I met on a dating app. I know that this sounds nuts. My gut feeling is just to end it here. I'm not interested. Sorry.
Okay. It's your choice, and this is what you choose to do. So we thank you for coming on the air with us. Do appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Okay. Michael, man, I tell you what.
We tried.
We tried. You threw out the grand gesture. You're just so damn handsome.
Well, you did what you could. Maybe I'll show up, pale with spinach between my teeth at the next one, and hope I have better luck. Yeah,
tone it down a bit. Yeah, don't be so good looking. Interesting. You know what? I mean, he threw out that offer. I'll get off the dating app. What do people think? Did she do wrong by not accepting that offer?
I mean, that's
exactly what she wanted, right?
I mean, even if she meets somebody else along the way, they could have been on a dating app at some point too. Does that just discard them from her list of people that she's dating? I don't know. I think she missed out on a great opportunity here and explore. That's what dating is all about, right?
Yes. And then also, the whole thing about, that's kind of interesting. I never heard this before, that, 10% of the people on these dating apps get 60% of the swipes. That's what this study said. And he was, according to her, obviously in that 10%, and is going to get just so many offers that's going to mess with his mind, and he'll never be able to choose one person. Because no person is going to be perfect for anybody. You kind of learn and grow together.
Okay, do you think you would have been that 10% getting 60% of the swipes if you were on an app?
Why do you ask me that?
Because look at your smile.
What do you know? I'm laughing at you because why would you bring that? I don't know.
I was just thinking.
You'd be top 10%.
No, it's funny.
I don't know.
It's funny to think of that.
Yeah. I don't know. I got married well before these dating apps came
lucky.
out. Yeah, so it was a totally different kind of scene. It totally was. It was very difficult just to meet anybody to go out with because you never knew what anybody's status was. Now everybody almost has, there's a picture of you floating around with
the side over,
yeah, single, single and available. Like you never knew that. So, we got Donald on the line this morning. Donald went out with Livy, had a great first date. Unfortunately, as is often the case, there was no second date, and we're going to try to help. So, first of all, Donald, tell us how you met Livy.
So we met online. We chatted for a little bit, and we got comfortable enough. We decided, all right, let's meet up in person. So we decided to do some margaritas. Saturday afternoon, low pressure date, and it was great. It was a blast. We were vibing, laughing, and I don't know what the heck happened. I haven't heard from her since.
All right. And maybe someone had too many margaritas? Is that possible?
No, actually, we were pacing ourselves, and we had some appetizers. So, there was some fried food as well going in. So neither of us got drunk or anything like that.
That's good. That's good, yeah.
All right. Well, let's call Livy and see if we can figure out what's going on. See if we can get to second date, okay?
Okay.
So we've gotten a hold of Livy. She's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Livy, do you remember going out with Donald?
Yeah, I do.
Well, he gave us a call, said you guys went out for some margaritas on a Saturday, had a nice time, but said he hadn't heard from you since and asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
Well, honestly, it was fine. He was fine throughout the date, but then I got a weird vibe from him, so I just decided to follow my intuition, not pursue it.
What was weird about him? Do you mind sharing?
Yeah, so I found out that he likes to go on vacation by himself to Disney World, and I found that really weird.
Okay, so he vacations by himself at Disney World, and that's unsettling to you?
I checked his IG, and it's filled with photos of him, Mickey Mouse ears and all, and he's alone at Disney World. That's not normal.
Okay, but that's the reason you didn't call him back, because he likes to vacation in Disney World.
Alone.
I mean, does he have kids and maybe he's meeting up with his kids there or something?
Yeah.
There are no kids.
Or maybe meeting friends up there?
There's nobody.
Nobody.
Can we bring Donald on this conversation? Maybe, after he explains his vacations, maybe it's going to give you a different perspective on
Maybe
all
full
this.
picture of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Okay, he's on the other line here. Donald, are you there?
I am here, and I just want to say, first off, there's nothing weird with that. There's a lot of adults that go to Disney World for vacation.
But you go by yourself. I've never heard of such a thing.
I would love to go with other people. Here's the thing. It's expensive to go there because I'm not going there just for a day. I go for 2 weeks at a time. And, not to pat myself on the back, but I do pretty well, okay? And a lot of people can't afford that kind of trip. I would love to go with other people. They can't afford it. All right, I'm living up here. You can't see, but I'm I'm living higher than a lot of other people. Okay, and so I think it's like a luxury that I'm allowed to go by myself. If other people want to join, sure, that's absolutely fine. If you want to go, we can talk about that. Is that what this is about?
Do you realize that you're yelling at me right now?
You're talking about something that I hold very important. This is something that clearly is very important to me, okay? And I'd like to think one day in the future, when I do get married, when I find my Minnie, we are going to Disney World and we will have that honeymoon together, okay? So at that point, I won't be by myself and it won't be weird.
See, you admitted it's weird.
It's just, you're looking at it from a different angle. Listen, have you even heard of the word Disnerd? It's a thing, okay? Like, look it up. Like, loud and proud, all right? It's okay to go to Disney by yourself. I don't know why you're sitting on your high horse on top of your ivory tower looking down at me? Like, really? Come on. There's nothing wrong with going there by yourself. People go on vacations by themselves. That's okay. Okay? Here's what I want you to do, Livy. Just promise me for the next 20 minutes, keep listening to this station because I guarantee 100% there will be some people calling in saying, hey, guess what, Livy? It's not weird. People go to Disney by themselves. It happens. Just listen. That will be my vindication, okay? My own Disnerds are going to back me up here, and then you'll be calling me, and you'll be saying, oh, Donald, I'm so sorry. And I've got a good Disney heart, and I will probably forgive you,
All right. So, Livy, if you just want to jump to the front of the line before all these people call and take advantage of this good Disney heart that we just heard about, if you'd like to go out a second time
And be Donald's Minnie.
we
or
will pick up the
Daisy.
tab for date number 2. Yes, be Donald's Daisy. We will pick up the tab for date number 2. Do you have any interest in going out with Donald a second time?
I don't think I could find that passion for Disney. I'm not interested. Thank you, though.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you for coming on the air. Do appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Well, Donald, unfortunately, as Michelle said, you did not get your daisy. But you know what? Maybe Livy will listen, as you suggested, to the calls that we're about to get and see what people have to say about your vacations.
I think so. And I'll bet, I know without a doubt that there is someone out there who's got a fast pass to my heart. And I will wait in line for that.
Very nicely. Eventually done there. All right. The phone lines are already jammed this morning.
You know what?
With people who are calling. And I suspect they might be, as he said, the Dis Nerds.
Donald reminded me of Donald Duck. Kind of lost it a little bit, got a little frustrated, but
pulled it back in at the end.
Yeah, because he's got a Disney heart.
He got a Disney heart, willing to forgive.
Yeah, very much like Donald Duck.
Yeah.
I get it, man. You want a vacation where you want a vacation.
Yeah.
And some people cannot afford it. 2 weeks at a time?
Wow, yeah. That's pretty nice. I mean, you
vacation by yourself too?
I've gone skiing by myself. Yeah.
So Clay gave us a call. He went out with Trina. They went out on one date but haven't had a second date. We're going to try to help him out this morning. So Clay, tell us how you met Trina.
We ended up meeting online.
And that led to a date, obviously?
Yeah. We went out to dinner.
And how did that go?
I thought it was great. I had a great time, but I obviously never heard from her again.
Okay. Did anything go wrong on the date?
We always ask.
Yeah, no, I mean, not that I could tell. I thought, I've replayed it in my head, and I can't think of anything specific.
Okay. Well, let's have us give her a call, see if we can figure out what's going on, see if we can get to second date, okay?
Okay, awesome.
So, Trina, do you remember going out with Clay?
Yeah, I remember going out with Clay.
Well, he said you guys had a great first date. Then he said he never heard from you after that and asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
Okay. What is it that he wants to know?
Well, I guess he thought the date went rather well, and he said he never heard from you after that, and he couldn't figure out why.
Did something go wrong on the date?
I mean, dating Clay is like dating my dad.
Is he like a lot older than you, or?
No, that's the thing. We're the same age, and he kept giving me all this life advice that I didn't ask for and I didn't want at all.
Like, what kind of life advice was he giving you?
Okay, so it started when I mentioned I wanted to rent a storage closet, and then he went off on this huge rant, and it was just word vomit, like on every type of advice. It was insane.
He didn't want you to rent a storage closet? Why would he care if you rented a storage closet?
Yeah, I don't know. Just like everything that I said, it's like he just went off on a rampage and telling me how I should do it differently. It was really annoying.
Oh, and because of that, that's why you just weren't returning his calls? You just weren't interested?
Correct. Yeah, it was a complete turnoff.
Well, Clay is actually on the other line, and he asked us to give you a call on his behalf. Can we bring him in on this conversation just to kind of see where he was going with all this life advice?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Clay, are you there?
Yeah. Hey, Trina.
Hi, Clay.
Clay, did you hear what Trina said? Were you giving her a lot of life advice, like about a storage shed and everything?
Oh, yeah. I was just trying to help out. When she was talking about the storage closet, she was talking about, storing lawn chairs that cost like $100, but she's paying like $1,200 a year to store them. So I was just trying to point that out.
Okay, but Clay, I have other stuff in my storage too. I have a bike. I have other items. None of your business that you even need to know. Like
even the bike and the chairs are just like worth less than what you're paying. Like you'd be better off just buying chairs every time you need to use them than storing them for that. I'm just trying to help out. It's just
okay. Well, my math does add up, and it's kind of none of your business. So. Like you just met.
But it does. It matters though, when it's like if you're charging everything on a credit card and it gets like, it just seems like you're not thinking it all the way through. And I'm not trying to point that out in a negative way. I'm just trying to help a little bit,
Okay, I don't need advice about my credit card. It's our first date and you're giving me credit card advice. What are you, a banker or something?
No, you had mentioned earlier the date. You'd said that your car got declined that day. So I was just like, this.
Yeah, and it was because I was buying something new to wear for you for our date.
Okay, but we hadn't met before, so you could have just worn something you already had and it would have been new to me.
Oh my God.
I'm just trying to save you money. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff in your closet I've never seen before, and you would look great.
Okay. I feel kind of like over this conversation.
Okay. Well, our whole point, Trina, was to see if you would like to go out with Clay again. We would pick up the tab for date number 2, and you're saying you don't have any interest in that?
No, I'll pass.
Okay, all right.
Hard pass.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on the air with us. Do appreciate your time.
Yes, you're welcome.
Okay, all right. Clay, as a dad, I see what you were trying to do there and everything, but, it didn't seem like maybe that was the appropriate forum, a first date, to give that kind of advice.
Maybe not, but if I don't tell her, who's going to tell her? She's just going to keep making the same financial stakes over and over again.
Oh, yeah, that's what it sounds like. But again, I don't know. Maybe you were coming in a little bit too hot, Clay.
Gene gave us a call this morning, went out with Haley, thought the date was great, but hasn't heard from Haley since. That's where we come in, see if we can help him out. So first of all, Haley, tell us how you met Gene. I'm sorry, Gene, tell us how you met Haley.
Hey, guys. For Haley, first off, she's great. I met her through a mutual friend. I didn't expect to get a love connection by just meeting somebody at a party, but I met her at a party, and I took her out on a really nice dinner. And we had a really good vibe, the whole time. I like the same things that she likes. We kind of grew up in the same kind of situation, and it just felt great. The date was awesome, but I just hadn't heard from her since we ended it. I have no idea why.
So nothing went wrong on the date? We always ask.
I replayed the whole thing in my head, and I was like, did I say anything stupid? Was my breath bad? Did I do anything dumb? And I'm pretty sure I didn't. I liked her. I was really on my best behavior, so I have no idea why.
All right, well, let's give her a call, see if we can figure out what's going on, see if we can get you a second date, okay?
Okay, let's hope so.
So, Haley, do you remember going out with Gene?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, he gave us a call, said you guys had a great date. I guess you met through a mutual friend, and he was disappointed they never heard from you again and asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
Okay. What do you need?
I'm afraid to ask. Did something go wrong on the date?
He was fine, and then he was just kind of rude and petty at the end, and I didn't like that.
He was rude and petty on the date?
Not with me, but with the server. There was some discrepancy with the bill, and I just had to sit there and watch it. It was really uncomfortable. I think he should have just let it go. So,
wait,
yeah.
what happened with the bill?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
But it made you uncomfortable?
Yeah, we were at a nice restaurant. He was arguing with the server and then with the manager about the bill, and it was just so petty and ridiculous.
And that was such a turnoff?
Yeah, that made me want to, melt into my seat. You know what I mean? I just wanted to not be there. It was so cringe.
It was a bit embarrassing.
I just don't like that.
Okay, and because of that, that's why you didn't contact him after the date?
Yeah, it's like a personality thing,
Okay, well, here's the deal. Gene didn't say anything about that at all. Just said you guys went out to dinner, had a great time. He's actually on the other line. Can we bring him in on this conversation?
I guess.
All right. Gene, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hey guys. So, Haley, I think you're blowing it a little bit out of proportion. I wasn't fighting with the waiter. I noticed that the waiter charged us for something that we didn't order. So I didn't want to get taken advantage of.
It's just ridiculous. You're trying to make a first impression on me. We're trying to have a nice time, and then it just turns into a whole thing. It's just ridiculous.
I think it makes a real good impression.
At a nice restaurant.
Okay, first off, again, you're blowing it out of proportion. It wasn't $2. It was actually $15. See, we ordered a side dish of mac and cheese, guys, and they gave us a lobster mac and cheese, which is $15 more. And not only that, I think it does make a good impression because it shows you that I'm a person who's not willing to be taken advantage of and don't want you to get taken advantage of either. Plus,
so you're saying you were arguing over $15. Still, that's one side. It's still not worth it. That shouldn't have been the focal point of the date.
It wasn't the focal point. The focal point was you. My whole thing about with that was I just don't want to get taken advantage of. Plus, if somebody takes advantage of me for $15 and they do it multiple times throughout the day, that could end up being $45, $60, $150. I'm not going to take advantage of anybody.
Okay, but I just think it's rude to make me sit there while you figure this out. You could have just, if it's really that important to you, I don't know, call later so I don't know about it. Because ew.
Ew. You don't have to say ill. I'm just trying to make sure my money is correct. I don't think that's no need to be rude like that.
No, on your own time. This was our time. It was supposed to be a nice date.
It was a nice date. You had a great time.
It was.
I don't know what the problem is.
Okay, well, that just really left a bad taste in my mouth.
You would rather me get ripped off.
I don't want to argue with you. See, you guys, this is the problem. He's arguing with me like he was arguing with the waiter. Would you want to deal with that on the first date? No.
I'm not arguing. My voice is. I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling. My voice is getting a little higher just because I'm trying to put my.
Okay, I didn't say you were yelling. I said you were arguing, and I don't want to.
Okay, well, I just want to get this clear here. So when the bill came, you were overcharged $15. Is that correct, at dinner?
Exactly.
I guess.
$15.
For the lobster mac and cheese.
Which we did not order because we ordered the side dish of mac and cheese.
Okay.
Once again, lobster mac and cheese. It's always lobster mac and cheese.
Eat it? Like, it just doesn't matter.
She's not paying for it. I'm paying for
I
it.
would have Venmo'd you the $15 if it would have gotten you to shut up.
But we didn't order it, so you shouldn't Venmo me anything.
Okay.
Okay, all right. We're gonna jump in here because obviously there's a bit of a disconnect here. So our whole goal, Haley, was to see if you wanted to go to Second Time with Gene, we would pick up the tab. And what's that?
Oh, I just laughed. At least he wouldn't have anything to argue about if you guys had picked up the tab.
Okay. Well, there you go. Would you be?
No, that's hilarious. You know what? I don't want a second date. I don't want a second date. No, she's rude. It's ridiculous.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, great. Goodbye. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, Haley. Thank you for coming on the air with us.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, this is. We have totally lost control.
We can all just go our separate ways.
We got Jenks on the line. Jenks went out with Jessica, had a great first date according to him, but unfortunately, no second date. That's where we come in, try to help him out. So first of all, Jenks, tell us how you met Jessica.
We actually just met online, the good old-fashioned way, and we were chatting for a while for maybe like 3 days. It was kind of getting there, and so I decided to just be spontaneous and see if she'd want to go on a date. So I asked if we could do an impromptu date, and we met that night at Trinity Park in Fort Worth.
Oh, wow. So it was like just like, hey, let's meet like right now?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you talk too much, and it just kind of fizzles out. So I was like, all right, I can either meet now, or this is going to become nothing, So I just decided to shoot my shot.
Okay. And you met at Trinity Park, you said? What did you do at the park?
We had a little picnic. I grabbed some wine, a couple snacks, a blanket, packed it all up, and set it up there.
That's cute.
And she met you there at the park, and how'd that go?
Yeah, she came. I thought the date went great. We had a really good time. I was really digging her vibe and thought everything was fine, but now I haven't heard from her since, so I mean, it can't be fine, but I don't really know what happened,
All right. Well, let's have us give her a call, see if we can figure out what's going on, and see if we can get you a second date, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
So we've gotten a hold of Jessica, and she's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Jessica, do you remember going out with Jinx?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Did something go wrong on the day? Because he gave us a call. He said you guys met online, ended up going out for a picnic.
Yeah, he thought the date went great. Did it not go well?
No, and that's kind of obnoxious that he would call you all.
It went that bad, you're saying?
It was not good.
What happened?
So I meet him at a park. He'd invited me for like a little picnic, which sounded cute. But he was already halfway through a bottle of wine. And then, yeah.
Wait, when you got to the park, he had already started drinking the wine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, maybe it was hot. He was thirsty. I don't know.
He was thirsty, all right, because a couple minutes in, he started getting into the second bottle of wine.
Okay.
That's not even the worst part.
Oh, it gets worse.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah, so he pulls out his guitar and starts playing Your Body is a Wonderland.
Oh, no.
Well, he didn't get to find out because he offered me a ride home. Well, actually, he asked me if I could give him a ride home, which I refused, and said he could take an Uber if he couldn't drive.
Oh, and so that's how the date ended. Did you leave shortly after he sang his song, or?
Oh, yeah, and I wish that was the end of it, but as I was leaving, he was on his blanket kind of moaning.
Like in pain?
I don't know. All I saw was man-child.
Oh.
Okay, all right. And because of that, that's why you just decided not to reconnect after the first date?
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal. He called us. All he told us was you guys met at the park, and he brought some wine and a blanket. He mentioned none of that. He's on the other line. And this is up to you if you want to do this or not. He would like to say hello. If you'd like to say hello to him, he's on the other line.
I don't think he's going to serenade you. He
Yes.
didn't bring a guitar this time.
We'll make sure that doesn't happen, actually.
I appreciate you're going to stop the serenading.
Is it okay if we bring him in?
Sure.
Okay. Jenks, are you there?
Hey, yeah.
Is what Jessica said, is that basically true?
I mean, I don't remember that. I did have like kind of a long day. I was kind of tired. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have brought 2 bottles of wine, I guess. I'm not gonna apologize for the song though. It's kind of a fitting song. I don't think it was that weird. I mean, maybe you didn't receive it well, but like it's not that weird objectively.
It did not fit my mood.
Yeah, no, that's clear. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Jinx, I know it's a popular song, but could you have maybe picked something else?
Something that fit her mood.
I couldn't possibly read her mood, so I don't know. I don't know what else would have fit. Like baby's got back or something.
Do you know?
Oh gosh, come on.
Okay, all right. Our whole goal here was to see, Jessica, if you'd like to go out a second time with Jenks. And perhaps, you know what, maybe reset Jenks. Maybe, you know, don't have so much to drink. Maybe leave the guitar at home. We'd pick up the tab for somewhere else. Jessica, would you have any interest in going out with Jenks again, a second try?
No.
Okay, all right. You're a good sport to come on the air with us. Do appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Okay. Jenks, do you remember, like, just her leaving and you laying on the blanket?
I remember her going. I don't remember, like, the weirdness she described, but like I said, I was just kind of tired, so I don't know. Maybe I just didn't realize what it looked like.
Did you end up taking an Uber home?
When I got up, it was, like, kind of dark. I was feeling better, so I was able to just drive myself home.
Oh, so you fell asleep in the park on the blanket till it was kind of dark.
I wonder how long he was there.
Wow, okay. Boy, that... All right. Let me ask this question, too. The song Your Body is a Wonderland. Is that really kind of...
appropriate?
Yeah. On date number 1?
Oh, I mean, I can see how it comes off as a little creepy, maybe.
Yeah, really. On date number 1?
Yeah, it's a little
Hey, I have a
much.
lot to drink here. This is the only song I know on this guitar. Let me sing it for you. Ooh, okay. Wow. All right.
It did not fit her mood.
That was so classic. All right, we got Wendy on the line this morning. She gave us a call. She went out with Parker. They had a great first date, but she has not heard from Parker since the date, and we're going to see if we can help her out. So first of all, Wendy, tell us how you met Parker.
So I actually met him at church, and I just thought he was really nice and cute, and I was really excited to go out with him. So we actually met for ice cream at this place in Grapevine, and I thought we had a really nice time. But afterwards, I never heard from him again. Just, like, honestly really bummed.
Okay. You know, we usually ask, did anything go wrong on the date? But I can't think of anything that would go wrong on an ice cream date. It sounds like a very safe kind of thing.
It can melt all over.
Oh, yeah. Did it? Yeah, was there a meltage problem?
I mean, I thought it went well. No melting. Everything was normal, I thought.
Okay, all right. Well, let's have us give him a call, see if we can figure out what's going on, and see if we can get you a second date, okay?
Sounds good.
So we've gotten a hold of Parker. He's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Parker, do you remember going out with Wendy?
Yeah, we had a date a few weeks ago.
Yeah, she said you guys went out for ice cream. She said you guys had a great time, but she said she hadn't heard from you since and asked us to give you a call on her behalf.
I mean, the date did not go well.
What went wrong?
So I invited her to this place. I thought it would be a great place for a first date. We went out for ice cream at this place in Grapevine, which was close to both of us. And I think I just made a total fool of myself and totally messed it up.
Oh, you think you made a fool of yourself?
Yeah, it was bad.
What happened?
Well, she was wearing this sticker on her face, like a blue star, and I had never seen something like that before. It looked like a sticker from, like, a school, like elementary school assignment or something. And I asked her what it was, and she said it was to cover a pimple. And as soon as she said that it was for a pimple, I said, ew, that's gross. And it just came out so quickly. I didn't mean to say that. I knew it was rude, and I instantly regretted it. I was just surprised, and it's not what I expected to hear.
That reaction, yeah.
Yeah, I just felt bad, and I felt like I never recovered from that, and I was just so embarrassed for the rest of the date.
And so that's the reason you didn't call her back, because you felt you embarrassed yourself during the date?
Yeah, I just thought I totally ruined it and couldn't even face another date with her because I'd be too embarrassed.
Okay, I had never heard of the sticker stuff. I didn't know that they sold that stuff for pimples.
I've seen it before, but I didn't know. I thought that was just a fashion thing. I saw someone at the Home Depot.
It's like, are they like kind of like a reward that you get in school, like the little stars? Was it that size, Parker?
Yeah, it was a small little thing on her cheek, but I mean, it was a blue star, so it was definitely noticeable, and that's why I asked.
Well, here's the deal. Wendy gave us a call because she said the date was great. Might it be that you placed too much importance on that one small moment?
Oh, I mean, maybe. I really thought I totally messed it up and kind of ruined the rest of the date from that point on.
Well, she's actually on the other line. Can we bring her in on this conversation and see what she thought about it? Because maybe she didn't think much of it at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wendy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you hear what Parker said about the date?
Yeah, I did. That's yeah, I mean, I remember that happening. I honestly thought it was funny. I feel like I laughed when it happened just because he's like, ew. I was like, I don't know, it was just funny. Like, I didn't take it personally or anything.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't, like, it's, when you're on a date, it's like, everyone's nervous. I don't know. For me, it kind of broke the tension a little bit. And honestly, like, I almost canceled the date because I had just, like, a really bad zit. But my roommate told me about these stickers. I didn't know about them either. But my roommate gave me one. And I was like, okay, I'll go. And then you just mentioned it. It was just funny. I don't know, after doing all that, and then you just were like, ew. Like, I don't know. I liked it. I did not think it ruined the date.
How about that, Parker?
All right, well, I'm very glad to hear that. And again, I'm sorry I said that.
No, it's okay. It was funny.
Okay. Well, you know what? See, Parker, like you said, you thought you ruined the date, but really it was just a very small moment, and it meant a lot less to Wendy. And you did apologize for it, too. So how about this? How about we suggest this? If you two would like to go out again, we'll pick up the tab for date number 2. Maybe send you to a Ranger game or something. Would you be interested in you guys doing that?
Yeah, I would love that.
Okay. Parker, you're good for it, too?
Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, you guys hang on a second, and we'll get the second date set up between you two, okay?
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
How about that?
Whoa.
A success.
Is this real life?
I know.
Didn't this just happen?
We had one last week. Wow, 2 weeks in a row. We went the whole summer without like a success story.
Don't say it so
Okay,
loudly.
I'm sorry. If you're new to the show, this always happens. We always get these couples back together. All right. You know what? If you want to comment on today's second date update, 888-787-1963. But here's what I'd like to know, too, okay? If you use these stars and people's reaction to them. Because
the stickers, yeah.
Because I remember, like, seeing this. Like I said, I went to the customer service desk at Home Depot to return something, and someone had, like, 4 of those on their face. And I thought they were just, that was kind of a thing.
Like a trend?
Yeah. And I said, hey, what are those stars for? Like, oh, it's just kind of a fun thing,
Oh, she didn't tell you what it was?
No, I didn't know. So I just thought, and then I saw someone like a couple days ago wearing one also, and I thought this must be a thing where people are wearing these stars on their face. But now, because of that,
I've never seen or heard them.
now you're going to see them everywhere. You got a pimple.
That's awful.
All right. Lars gave us a call. He went out with Sharon. They had a great first date, no second date. What went wrong? We're going to find out right now. First of all, Lars, tell us how you met Sharon.
Well, we met through, we got a bunch of friends that hang out. We do karaoke night together.
Okay.
And, I thought she was pretty cool. And so I asked her to go to the lake with me and a couple of my buddies. And my friend has a boat, and she knows him, so I figured it'd all be cool. So everything seemed like a great idea, and I had a great time. I think it was an awesome day.
Okay.
But I haven't heard anything from her.
And she obviously likes boat activities, too, and all that entails.
Well, I mean, it's Texas.
Yeah, I mean, she's not afraid of the water, is what we're saying.
No. She had a cute new swimming suit on. She looked great. It was a fun time.
Okay, all right. Well, sounds like a fun time. Did anything go wrong on the boat? I mean, sometimes people overdrink or something like that.
No. I mean, we had a good time, but nothing like that.
Okay, all right. Well, let's give her a call, see if we can figure out what's going on, see if we can get to a second date, okay?
Gotten a hold of Sharon. She's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Sharon, do you remember going out with Lars?
Yeah, I remember going out with Lars.
He said you guys had a great first date. You guys went out on a friend's boat and had a good time, but he said he never heard from you after that and asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
Okay.
All right. Did something go wrong on the date?
I was excited to go on the date with Lars. I mean, I got dressed up really cute. I even got a new swimsuit. I got a new outfit to wear over it. Like, I was ready to go to the lake, you know?
Yeah.
We showed up at the lake, and I was surprised when I found out that we weren't going on a boat to hang out and wakeboard or, like, ski or tube or anything. It was a bass boat. He invited me to go fishing, and I hate fishing. I don't want to touch a fish. The only fish I ever want to see is a fish stick.
Okay, so you wore a swimsuit to go fishing?
Well, I didn't know we were fishing.
You didn't know you were going fishing until you got to the lake.
Right.
We kind of assumed also that it was kind of a boat, you know, to pull
A party boat? Maybe you were doing some...
Yeah, the way he said that a friend of his owned a boat, you were going out on the lake.
To hang out?
Yeah.
But the whole thing was just fishing.
Yeah, it was just, we got there, and he was like, all right, grab a rod. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, wait, a what? I wasn't prepared for it. It was just not, I wasn't wearing waders. Like, it was a whole thing. It was just, I was too cute to be fishing.
Okay, and because of that, would it be fair to say you did not have a good time on the boat, or did you make the best of it, or?
I mean, I think I tried to make the best of it. I was uncomfortable physically. Mentally, I was awkward. I mean, it wasn't a good time. It wasn't a good date.
And because of that, that's why you didn't contact him after the date?
Yeah, I didn't have a good time.
Lars is on the other line. Like we said, he asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
Yeah.
We were also kind of confused by this, too, so I can see how you were confused also, because he just said boat, lake. We assumed what you assumed. Can we bring him in on this conversation to find out a little bit more?
Yeah, I guess at this point, let's go.
Right. Lars, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you purposely kind of trick her in thinking it was a different type of activity, or were you just what's going on here?
No. First of all, Sharon, she knew we were going fishing.
No, I didn't.
What'd you think? I mean, if you weren't having a good time, like, you should have said something.
Oh, what was I supposed to do? Everyone was staring at me like, why aren't you fishing? Because I didn't think we were doing this. I thought we were hanging out on a boat, drinking, music, swimming, lake life.
And fishing, that's all things you do at the lake.
But you would lead with, hey, want to go fishing at the lake with me and my friends?
I didn't realize it required that in-depth of an explanation.
It did. That's bottom line.
I mean, I thought you had a good time. Like, it was like I had a good time.
I just didn't feel like, I mean, it was a fishing trip. It was me with the guys. It wasn't really.
Were you the only girl on the boat, Sharon?
Yep.
Okay.
Lars, do you see how maybe a one-on-one date, not fishing, would have probably been better?
I didn't mean to set you up for something that you wouldn't have a good time doing. I'm sorry. I thought we had a great day.
It's just the context needed to be clearer.
Okay, that's a fair statement, is it not, Lars? She didn't know you were going fishing. You weren't clear about that. You weren't clear with us either. I mean, we didn't know it was a fishing trip either.
Well, I'm sorry to all y'all. I guess I thought it was implied.
I mean, an implied fishing trip. All right. Is that how you go through life? Just assuming everyone knows things?
Well, as a matter of fact, that is, like, when me and my friends go to the lake, that's just what we do. I'm realizing now that maybe that's not the same for everybody.
All right, fair enough on that.
Okay, all right. You know what? Misunderstanding. Like you said, Lars, that's what you guys always do, so you just kind of assumed. You meant no ill will. You weren't trying to trick her.
No.
And Sharon, obviously, you guys kind of hit it off before. There was an interest. You went on a date. There's just a misunderstanding on what was going on the date. If you two would like to go out again, we would pick up the tab for date number 2. Like Michelle said, maybe a one-on-one kind of date. Sharon, would you have any interest going out a second time with Lars?
Honestly, no. I kind of feel like I wasted a lot of energy into this already, and I don't feel like wasting any more.
Come on. I'll take you out for fish sticks.
As long as you don't catch it. No, I really don't think that we should go on a second date. Honestly, maybe we should be friends. Invite me on the next fishing trip with the guys.
Now you're just messing with me.
You know, I kind of felt like that was going to happen. They were going to go out again on a different type of date because there was an apology. He apologized twice, actually. He apologized earlier and then again when it was explained to him how, everybody was misled somewhat in thinking what the day at the lake was. And then, she wasn't upset about it. She just like, hey, that wasn't really my cup of tea. I don't like to fish.
On paper, Hawkeye, she would have said yes. But obviously, we don't know if there was an attraction there at the end of the day.
I think that's kind of what it was. It's like, there was not enough of an attraction, enough to make a first date, but not enough on the second. All right, we got Bryce on the line this morning. Bryce gave us a call because he went out with Lucy, had a great first date, but no second date. Can't figure out what went wrong. So first of all, Bryce, tell everybody how you met Lucy.
Yeah, so we met online. We had a great date and met for a drink, but I just haven't heard from her since. She's ghosted me.
Okay. Did anything go wrong on the date? We always ask.
I thought it was a great first date, and we even talked about going on a second date. Talked about the Rangers game, but she just disappeared after the first date. It was crazy.
Oh, so you guys actually talked about doing something, and she said yes to that?
Yes, she said yes.
Okay, and then after that, just ghosted you.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, I thought I met this great girl, and I'm just like, I'm hurt.
Well, let's give her a call, see if we can figure out what's going on, see if we can get your second date, okay?
All right.
Now we've gotten a hold of Lucy. She's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Lucy, do you remember going out with Bryce?
Yeah, of course I do.
Well, he gave us a call, said you guys had a great first date, and then he said he never heard from you after that.
Well, yeah.
Did something go wrong on the date?
No, nothing went wrong. It was just kind of meh.
Well, he said you guys actually planned to go on a second date and even talked about going to a Ranger game.
No. Most definitely not. I think I was extremely clear that I really was not interested, and I kind of got the ick, so no, definitely not.
Okay, we want to make sure we got this right. He said you guys went out for a drink, and then he said at the end of the date, you guys talked about going to a Ranger game, and he said that you said, yeah, let's do that, and you're saying no, you did not say that?
Yeah, no, I was pretty clear with my tone and my body language that I was not interested in going out with him again, and definitely not going to a Ranger game.
Well, there's been a bit of a disconnect, apparently. He actually called us and asked us to give you a call on his behalf because he thought that you guys had planned on something. Can we bring him in on this conversation just to kind of see what happened at the end of that date?
Sure, go ahead.
Bryce, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You said that we could go to a Rangers game.
No, I absolutely did not say I wanted to go to a Ranger game. I remember, quote, I said, let's do a rain check on that, which, that means let's not do that. You should be able to read kind of between the lines a little bit.
A rain check means, not right now, you just meant, sometime next week.
Bryce, is someone saying to you, no, let's take a rain check while they're literally shaking their head no? I was absolutely not at all trying to do this with you, and I thought that was very clear. I was literally shaking my head left to right, no.
Are you serious right now?
Oh, you gave me the ick.
Not today. I gave you the ick. I thought we had a great date.
First of all, a Ranger game, I told you, literally on the date, because I was just, not my thing. I'm not into sports. But you just, didn't let that kind of sink in, so I had to just sort of be let's do a rain check on that, buddy.
Can I explain what the definition of a rain check is? A rain check means not today, not right now, but it doesn't mean that you're not interested. You could have just said at the time that you weren't interested instead of wasting my time.
So, Lucy, you're not interested?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on the air with us. Bryce, I guess you got a little clarity here?
Yeah, at least I got some clarity, and I'm good either way.
Okay. All right. Let's just definition of a rain check is it's a baseball term originally started.
Is it a baseball term? I thought it was from the supermarket, grocery store. Can I get a rain check at the service counter?
No, it started on baseball tickets. If the game was rained out, your printed ticket back in the day said rain check. If this game is rained out, you could use this ticket on another day. That's where it started.
And do we do rain checks anymore?
I don't know, but rain check does mean another time.
Does baseball still do rain checks is what I'm asking.
Not the Rangers. They got a roof.
True.
Other ones do. Other games actually do. If there's no roof, you get a rain check. That means another time.
Do you have to go to the box office?
Yeah, I think you have to go to the box office.
Really? You do?
Or something. Somehow you cash it in.
Somehow. But
But
all that to say, a rain check does mean not right now, later.
Later, yes. But even that, here's the question, 888-787-1963. Should Bryce have picked up some, read the room a little bit? Because Lucy said, I'm not interested in baseball. And also, she said she was shaking her head, and the verbal cue or the visual cue she was given was pretty obvious, according to Lucy, that she was not interested in going out with him again, and she was just trying to be nice, like, let's do a rain check on him.
And he was holding on to hope with that term rain check.
Yeah.
Maybe she shouldn't have used that term.
I know. And he was hoping to get the sale price on bananas that had been sold out at the supermarket. We got Aiden on the line this morning. Aiden gave us a call, went out with Ellie Mae, had a great first date. Unfortunately, no second date, and we're going to try to help him out. So first of all, Aiden, tell us how you met Ellie Mae.
Yeah, so I went out one night with a couple of friends, and I was walking back to my car, and people were taking selfies next to my car. It's a pretty decent car, and so when they were taking selfies, I took the opportunity to kind of flirt with her and her friends, and I decided that I would ask her if I could follow her on Instagram because she was really hot, and so we ended up DMing back and forth, and I asked her to go out for drinks, and then we went out a week ago, and I had a great time. But yeah, I just haven't heard from her since.
Okay, we need to go back. First of all, I'm trying to make sure I get this right. So you came out of a place you were out with some friends, and they were taking pictures, selfies by your car?
Yeah.
It must be really, really nice car.
So it's a 1969 Plymouth, and so it's got the original wire wheels and everything. It's beautiful. I fully restored it by hand. It's great.
Okay, all right. So it's a special kind of car. And then you started flirting with the people who were taking pictures. I guess it was just was it a group of girls?
Well, I just started kind of flirting with Ellie because, I really, really liked her. I mean, I kind of flirted around, but mostly I just talked to Ellie.
And then you started following her on Instagram, you're saying? You got her IG handle?
Yeah, we swapped Instagram accounts, and then we started messaging on there, and that's how we kept communicating.
And that led to a date, but you're saying after the date, you hadn't heard from her since?
That's correct.
Okay. Well, let's have us give her a call so we can figure out what's going on, so we can get to a second date, okay?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So we got a hold of her, and she's agreed to come on the air with us. So do you remember going out with Aiden?
I do, yeah.
Well, he said you guys went out and had a great date, but he said he hadn't heard from you since and asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
Okay. I'll be honest, he was rude and super condescending and pretty belittling.
Oh, wow.
During the date?
Yeah.
Well, he said you guys met in kind of an unusual circumstance where you were taking pictures by his car and then you started following each other on Instagram. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we kind of followed up on Instagram, and we ended up kind of, chatting, DMing for a while, and then he asked me out for drinks.
And you're saying during that date, he was just rude and belittling?
Yeah.
Is it possible that maybe he didn't realize he was coming across that way?
No, he knew. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was being rude.
Okay, this is kind of unusual because he called us asking for a second date. He's on the other line. Can we bring him in on this conversation? Because you're saying he knew he was being rude.
Sure.
Okay, all right. Aiden, are you there?
I'm sorry, I didn't think I was being rude or condescending or any of that stuff.
Of course you didn't, because you are calling in, but I think that you actually know exactly what I'm talking about. And first of all, my name is not Ellie Mae, which you know, but you insist on calling me that, and my name is Ella.
Your name is Ella? It's not Ellie Mae?
We didn't know that.
Yeah, my name is Ella, and he insisted on calling me Ellie Mae. That's strike one,
I mean, it's cute. I thought of it as a term of endearment. It was just a little nickname. I didn't think it was an issue.
It's condescending. You don't even know me. It was a first date, and you can't even just say my name.
I can't say your name. I just, I thought it was fun, and then I thought it was a cute little nickname.
Okay, well, let me just explain why this actually is condescending. I told you that I live in Ennis, and you told me you had never heard of it, and you started making fun of me, acting like I'm a country bumpkin, calling me Ellie Mae. And that's not right. You don't respect where I'm from. You proceeded to mock me the entire date.
I wasn't mocking you. I think you just got to lighten up a little bit. I think, I was just being playful.
You're being playful, but you're not respecting first of all, it's a first date and you don't know me. Like, you have to be respectful of who I am, the name that I give you. At least call me by my real name. I think it was really rude.
I think you're just taking it way too seriously.
I think you're taking it not seriously enough.
I mean, why
You're
is this
gonna
such a
take her on
big deal?
first date and mock where she's from the whole time?
Hey, why is it such a big? I wasn't mocking you. I was being playful. Like, why is it such a big deal?
But I was telling you that it was not playful, and I was trying to convey that, and you just ignored it so that you could have fun. And I guess we just have different ideas of what playful and fun are.
I think you're getting way too in your head about this. I think you're taking it way too seriously.
I was fine just saying goodbye, and because you were not my cup of tea, and here you are calling me and then still defending the fact that you were being condescending.
I wasn't trying to be condescending. I had a good night, and I had fun, and I was just trying to see why you didn't call me back.
Oh, my gosh. You're so full of yourself. You were mocking me the entire time. You're not calling me by my real name. And you seem to not care that what's really important is you don't care that it upset me. You just want to have fun and be playful and not actually care about what I feel.
I mean, I just don't think it should have upset you. I wasn't trying to be rude.
You can't tell me what is going to make me upset or not.
Yeah, but I can't walk on eggshells on a first date.
You could just call me by the name I actually give you. Start there.
Yeah, I could.
Okay, our whole goal here was to see, Ella, if you'd like to go out a second time with Aiden. It sounds like you have no interest in that.
No, I pass on that for sure.
Okay, all right. Well, we do appreciate your time. Thank you so much for being on the air with us.
Thanks.
Aiden, what are you doing here, man?
Do you realize that, that's not her name, really, and she doesn't like it at all that you kept calling her Ellie Mae?
I mean, that's fine. I get it.
Well, then why didn't you apologize to her? Why did you kind of dig in?
I mean, I wasn't trying to dig in. I was just saying, I wasn't trying to be, overly serious about it. I wasn't trying to be rude to her. I was just trying to be playful. I wasn't trying to make her upset.
Okay, but when you found out that it did make her upset, that's the opportunity you have. You got a rare second chance here to kind of, apologize for it and maybe move forward from there.
I mean, we met on, we were chatting on Instagram, and so I scrolled through her profile, and she likes wearing Daisy Dukes and, hanging out in the country, and she's an Ellie Mae.
So Garrett gave us a call. He went out with Megan. They went out on one date, but haven't had a second date. We're going to try to help him out this morning. So Garrett, tell us how you met Megan.
Yeah, so I was fixed up with her actually by my roommate. And, my roommate is a girlfriend. She also has a roommate. So Megan's the roommate. It seemed like a good idea to get the two of us together. We went out for a few beers, had a good time. But then afterwards, I tried to call her back, and I never heard from her again. So just wondering what happened.
All right. Did everything go okay on the date? Did anything go wrong?
No, it felt like it was fine to me. I had nothing obvious, so.
Okay. You see, but you ended up getting ghosted is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, let's have us give Megan a call and see if we can figure out what's going on. See if we can get your second date, okay?
Great, thank you.
So Megan, do you remember going out with Garrett?
Yes, I do.
Well, he gave us a call, said that you guys went out, but he said he never heard from you after the date, that he got ghosted, and he asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
I mean, he does know that I'm not interested, so he's been informed. I don't know why we're having to do this.
Oh, you didn't tell him that you didn't want to go out again?
I told his roommate, and he did pass along the message, so he does know.
So it's been clear to him.
It's been made very clear, yes.
Okay. All right. But you didn't tell him directly, but you do know that he has found out that you did not want to go out again.
I know he definitely knows.
Okay.
We didn't know that.
Yes, we did not know that. As we said, Garrett asked us to give you a call. He's on the other line. This is up to you. If you want to just, tell him again, let him know.
Or we can go back and tell him that, he already has his answer. He already knows. It's really up to you.
At this point, if he really needs this clarity, okay, but I don't want to have this conversation anymore. So I need him to understand and really accept the answer. So.
Okay. Garrett, are you there? Did you hear what Megan said?
Yeah, and I don't know. It just feels like that doesn't count to me. I want to hear it from her directly.
It does count.
I just think this whole thing is a little creepy, and I feel like you need to just accept my answer, and I'm sorry that you don't like it, but I know you received it, so please accept it. And
creepy. How is it creepy? Like, this is the problem with women like you. Like, you could just tell me, like, why, or just say directly to me via text, I didn't have a good time, blah, blah, blah. So you told my roommate instead of just telling me. I mean, that's why guys find it hard to meet women, because of women like you.
I don't know what you mean by women like you. I went out with you. I don't want a second date. And now you're hating on all women because you got turned down, and you're generalizing saying women like you. I don't appreciate that. I don't think that's a nice thing to say.
Well, if it's not a really nice thing to just ghost somebody and not give them a reason and then indirectly tell them, basically not interested and move on. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
I think you're too angry about this. It sounds to me like you have some sort of anger issue, which might be the reason that you're struggling in the dating world. And frankly, that has nothing to do with me. So I don't want to be a part of this. That's why I told him to tell you that I don't want to continue talking to you.
Okay. So just condescend and patronize me like it's my fault.
I did communicate that. You were told that, and you didn't like your answer, and now you're calling radio stations and making this way bigger of a deal than it needs to be.
Well, you should have told me. Not somebody else should have communicated that to me, but whatever.
You know what, Garrett? Frankly, generally, I tell men if I go on a date that I'm not interested in them, but you make me incredibly uncomfortable. Frankly, you are an aggressive person. I did not feel comfortable having that conversation with you. So I had a fellow man have that conversation with you. I did not feel comfortable with you particularly having that conversation. So
so now you're just making an excuse after the fact to cover yourself because you didn't. Yeah, I'm sure you do this all the time. Yeah, you're just making it up that I'm so aggressive. I'm not so aggressive. I'm just want a direct answer.
Okay, we're going to jump in here, Garrett, because what you said you wanted was a direct answer, and she did indeed just give that to you. She's not interested in going out with you again.
This is the problem, too, because you all, you're not coming to my defense, and you were talking behind my back when I wasn't even on the line. And so I don't know what you said to her, but I should have been listening, and you didn't have me there. So, it sounds like all of you are ganging up against me and making me to look like the villain. I'm not just done with this. Actually, I might just report this to the FCC and have them investigate y'all, because this just feels immoral and unethical to me, the way that you set this entire thing up. And this whole thing is ridiculous. So you're going to be hearing from somebody soon, okay?
Oh.
So get ready.
Okay.
Lucy gave us a call this morning. She's on the line with us. She went out with Troy. Normally, people had a great first date and they call us, and, they never heard from them. They got ghosted.
Yeah.
But Lucy said the situation here is a little bit different. All right. First of all, tell us how you met Troy and what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, we met online. It was pretty standard. So we were supposed to meet for a drink on Saturday afternoon, and I just got caught up. I was helping my sister babysit, and time got away from me, and so I just had no time to get ready at all. I wasn't able to go home and change and do makeup or any of that. So I kind of showed up, and I was, looking not my best. I had a baseball hat on, and I didn't have any makeup on, and she didn't look cute. Let's say that. And yeah, I could just tell that he was noticing it and wasn't really into it, and wasn't into my appearance, let's say.
You could just feel that? You see it?
Yeah, he just was acting kind of I don't know, as soon as I got there, I just felt like he was acting kind of weird.
You met online, so I assume you had texted or chatted before. Did it seem like he was excited about the date before?
Yeah, definitely.
But like you said, you just lost track of time.
Yeah, I mean, and I looked gross, and I was
And do you think that's the reason, he hasn't called you back since, just because, like you said, you just had to show up for the date at the last minute?
Yeah, it looks like I didn't get ready. I didn't, even if that is on me, but I just feel like he just wasn't into it.
Okay. And you'd like to go out with him again and get a kind of a redo, a reset?
Yeah, I want to come and feel my best, and just go for it again.
Okay. Well, let's give Troy a call and see if we can help you out here, okay?
Okay.
So we've gotten a hold of Troy. He's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Troy, do you remember going out with Lucy?
Yeah, I do.
Well, she gave us a call, said you guys went on a date, and she said she hadn't heard from you since that date. She was kind of hoping maybe to get a reset and chat with you and see about maybe going out a second time.
I don't really feel like we were a good match. I mean, we weren't on the same wavelength at all, in my opinion.
She did tell us she didn't have time to really get ready. Did it have anything to do, and I hate to ask, with her appearance?
I mean, she didn't feel like she wanted to be there. She didn't put any effort at all into it, in my opinion. Like, that's kind of how it felt.
Well, here's the deal. Lucy was really excited about the date, and there are some circumstances before the date, and it may have affected the date. She's actually on the other line. Can we bring her in on this conversation just so she can say hello and kind of tell you a little bit more about what happened that day?
Yeah, sure.
Lucy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, Troy.
Hey.
Yeah, I just, I guess I wanted to say what happened and just like get a second chance.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of almost felt like I got catfished when I met you. Like, not gonna lie.
I don't think that's fair. I mean, like, I just didn't have time to get ready and like put makeup on. I'm not like a different person.
I mean, how much time do you need?
Oof.
Well, Lucy, why don't you kind of explain what happened before? Like, you were helping your sister out and everything.
Yeah, I got caught up. I was helping my sister babysit, and I just didn't have the time. I mean, I'm not like a normal girl. Like, it takes me a normal amount of time. I just didn't have that time.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you should have told me. Like, we could have communicated that. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's an excuse.
I guess so. I mean, that's on me for not telling you, but I also feel like you shouldn't immediately judge someone because, like, they're not looking incredible the moment you meet them.
I mean, I put a lot of effort into looking right and showing up and feeling like the right energy. I don't feel like we had the same energy, and you didn't look like you were wanting to be there. So I don't know why I should even give it a second chance.
I guess, like, because we had a nice conversation before that. Like, we were chatting, and it was nice online. Like, I just don't see, like, the fact that you saw me and immediately were like, no, because I didn't have my hair down or have a little mascara on is kind of insane. No, like, you're a guy. How much effort did you have to put in to get ready for a date?
I felt like I showed up looking nice. I mean, and also you could meet people online and they're completely different when you meet them, and that's how I felt. I mean, I almost felt like your photos were photoshopped.
I just didn't have the time. I mean, no, my pictures are photoshopped. I just didn't have time to get ready. That's it. That's all.
Troy, can we ask you a question? Lucy kind of alluded to the fact that as soon as, you saw her that day for the date, that she kind of felt some energy from you, or I should say lack of energy, lack of enthusiasm for the date at that point. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, I mean, the way she showed up just kind of killed the vibe, because it's like, wow, I got ready for this date. She's looking sloppy. I'm not going to lie.
Well, how about this? Like she said, there are extenuating circumstances. Would maybe a reset, maybe try it again. You guys did, get along online before when you met, and, you were excited. You both said you were excited for the date and got ready for it. What about this? What if we picked up the tab for date number 2 and you just guys try it again? And Lucy, like she said, what's that, Troy?
I was gonna say, I mean, I'm good. I think I got the impression I needed from the first date.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you coming on the air with us. Thank you for your time.
All right, no problem.
Okay. Lucy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I hate this for you. I mean, I totally get it when you're trying to get ready and you're trying to look your best and you don't have that time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if he just is that judgmental, then I'm not really interested anyway.
Okay. Man, that whole thing was so awkward. I really do feel bad for Lucy. We have Roy on the line with us this morning. Roy gave us a call, said he went out with JoJo. They had a great first date. Unfortunately, he has not heard from JoJo since, so we're going to try to help him out. First of all, Roy, tell us how you met JoJo.
We met online.
And that led to a date, obviously?
Yep. We went to play miniature golf. It was an adult place that, like, serves drinks. You know, it's not a kid place.
Okay.
I thought we had a lot of fun, and then I never saw her again, and she ghosted me.
Did anything go wrong on miniature golf? And, we're not saying that this happened, but, were we all fair? Everybody was okay with the rules.
Yeah, did it get competitive?
I think friendly competition, but no, that's why I'm so confused. I thought we had a good time. We had a couple drinks, we played a little mini golf, and then ghosted.
All right. Well, let's have us give her a call, see if we figure out what's going on, and see if we get you a second date, okay?
Okay, thank you.
We've gotten a hold of JoJo. She's agreed to come on the air with us. So, JoJo, do you remember going out with Roy?
Yeah.
Well, he gave us a call, said you guys had a great first date, and then said he hadn't heard from you since and asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a reason you didn't contact him after the date?
Yeah, well, he lied to me, and I just don't really have time for guys who aren't truthful.
Oh, he lied to you? Can we ask how you found out about this lie or what this lie was about?
Yeah, he told me on the date that he was working for a startup, and I found out later that he actually just works as a cashier on his buddy's food truck.
Oh, wow. Okay, and you found that out after the date?
Yes.
How did you find out that he did not work for a startup? He worked at a food truck.
Well, we have a mutual friend, and I was, after the date, being like, oh, it's so cool that he works for a startup. It sounds really exciting or whatever. And my friend was like, he doesn't work for a startup. He works on a food truck.
Oh, okay. You found out you had a mutual friend, and and they verified that is not where he worked?
Yeah.
Okay, and because of that...
Why lie about that?
I see. And because of that, that's why you decided not to go out with him again?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're going to lie about that, what else are you going to lie to me about?
Well, here's the deal. Roy just mentioned that you guys met online and had a great date. Maybe there's more to the story or something. Would it be okay if we brought him in on this conversation just to kind of hear his side of everything?
I guess, but I'm not going to be swayed.
Okay.
Lied to me, so I'm not, I don't know. Sure, I guess.
All right. Well, maybe he works for both or something. Maybe the friend didn't know about it. So that could be possible, right?
Maybe. I doubt it, but we'll see.
Roy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you hear what JoJo said about you working for a startup?
Yeah, I didn't lie. My friend started a food truck business, and I'm helping him out. The food truck is a startup. I don't understand what the issue is.
Okay, that's very misleading, though. When someone says startup, they usually mean like a tech company or something where they have a chance for a big future. Clearly, you were trying to mislead me.
Restaurants are a business. I don't understand why you don't understand that. I apologize that the restaurant happens to be on wheels, but it's successful and we're doing well. It sounds like you're a snob.
You're a business. You're a cashier for the food truck.
You're being a snob right now. I'm sorry that my job's not good enough for you, but you're coming off like an awful person right now.
Okay, it's not that your job isn't good enough. It's that you lied about your job. You were clearly trying to make it sound like you do something else or that you're living a specific kind of life when you're not. Had you told me the truth from the get-go, we would be in a very different situation right now.
Yes.
Hello?
Once again, it is a startup business, and I work for that startup. I also have a chance to get in on the nut of it as well.
Once again, had you just been honest about that, you were misleading me. Why didn't you just say it was
honest
a food
about
truck?
it? If you were honest about being a snob, I wouldn't even want a second date.
Oh my God.
Okay, we're gonna jump in here. I don't know who made that noise. I don't know what that noise was. Our whole goal was to see if JoJo, you wanted to go to second time with Roy, we would pick up the tab for date number 2.
I just said I'm not interested. Did you hear me say that?
Okay, you did.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's been clarified now. Okay, so JoJo, the offer of the second date has been taken off the table.
Good. Yeah, I was not interested to begin with, so.
Because you're a snob.
Okay, all right. JoJo, thank you for coming on the
You feel better now, but whatever.
Okay.
Thank you for coming on the air with us, JoJo. We do appreciate your time.
Sure.
Roy, obviously, you did not get the answer you're hoping for. Do you see her point there that she misunderstood what you meant by startup?
Well, misunderstood is one thing, but misleading is another. So, I mean, I guess, but I don't really, because, again, restaurants are big business. The plan is to make several trucks. That's how business works. Other than finding out that she's a snob, we also found out that she's not very bright either.
Okay, that's not necessary.
That's one dust jet.
Yes, have
Get
to
it in there.
Get it in there, indeed. All right. Well, that's the question. Okay, is JoJo being a snob? I mean, was Roy being misleading? And you know what? Even if he wasn't trying to be misleading, he could have actually taken another tack of the whole thing. Well, you know what? I'm really sorry. I kind of consider this a startup because I just started business and we're hoping to grow it. So I didn't mean that. If you assume that, I'm very sorry.
I apologize. Yeah, I can see where you probably thought of because, whatever. Let's give this another shot.
Yeah.
Instead of your dummy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then making whatever noise. I don't even know if he made the noise. I don't know who made the noise. I don't know what that noise was. I don't want to know what the noise was, but.
Did it matter, though, if you're JoJo, did it matter what he did for a living?